Friends, how are you doing? We're going to talk about three stocks in particular. We're going to talk about SoundHound. We're going to talk about BigBear. We're going to talk about Palantir. And obviously, you know, the news that has progressed here since Wednesday. Just get everybody up to speed here. You probably know. If you don't know, here we go. I'm about to buckle up. I'm about to yap my mouth. You got NVIDIA here. NVIDIA came out and, you know, they almost made $40 billion in revenue. Great. And for that moment yesterday, it shifted the market. It stopped the market from bleeding. But then today we had more reports come out. These tariffs right now are really doing the tariff news is just really fear. Fear is going through the market. And tomorrow we're having inflation reports. No one's really expecting those to be good. So, but let's talk about these three stocks right now. So, obviously the Trinity. So I made a video maybe last month where I said, listen, I believe that 2025 and in 2026, there's three stocks in particular that are going to be like the Trinity of, one as the leader and two more as like the dark horses of 2025. And the guy that left me a comment a few days ago told me something very rude that hurt my feelings about SoundHound and told me that I was wrong and to bite him or whatever he said. That SoundHound's going back to $2. Well, bite this, mister. Let's talk about SoundHound. So SoundHound today released the biggest freaking quarterlies. I mean, this is what I was preaching about all of 2024 and recently, okay? This is what I've been saying about SoundHound. I mean, all the freaking evidence was there. That's why, when people were coming on here, and I was seeing even people on TikTok, I was seeing people saying that SoundHound was a crap company, all this stuff. And I was like, listen, SoundHound is very new into making big revenue right now. In all of 2024 and into this year still, SoundHound has been acquiring these big deals, these fast food deals, car deals, all this stuff with their software. I'm excited. Now today, SoundHound, this is freaking nuts. Up 101%, exceeding $30.5 million per that quarterly. Okay, let that sink in. What just happened here? Let that sink in. That is freaking nuts. That is insane. So I knew there was a lot of deals with SoundHound happening. Like, I thought maybe they were going to hit like 29 million. Oh my God. So friends, of course, after hours, SoundHound is just, I've had 3 cups of coffee, okay, and I'm excited. Listen, SoundHound is rising up here. Now, obviously, if we were in a better market, say this was the market of 2 weeks ago, there would be no doubt that SoundHound would probably be at $18 right now after hours. But we're in a struggle market right now. So even this, SoundHound is finding some life. Now, I don't know where SoundHound's going to go from here stock-wise price, because the market is in this turmoil, it's in this free fall right now, and we don't really know where it's going to stop, and tomorrow it could get worse with reporting that's coming out. So I just want to say, this is why a lot of people, and for the people that have been investing in SoundHound and putting your money in it and listening to the background noise of just people like ridiculing you for being in it, this is a great moment for you. This is, applaud yourself. This is a beautiful moment because SoundHound now released a lot of news today where they released this huge quarterly. I mean, huge quarterly. This is going to be talked about everywhere tomorrow. SoundHound is about to break every news outlet because this is huge. And they reported this after market close today. And it's kind of getting covered up right now because everyone's talking about what's going on in the market right now with the fall. But with this, SoundHound came out and said, hey, this is, the biggest thing we have ever done. We expect 2025 to be even bigger. Revenue is growing at a very, very astonishing pace right now. So this right now, this is a very real situation where you're watching the fundamentals of a company change before you, okay? So listen, you got to follow the breadcrumbs. When we first started talking about SoundHound, probably back in, August or something, when I started buying this at $2-3, I was telling people, like, listen, SoundHound's getting all these deals. I really wish people would pay attention to this. And SoundHound got caught in this zeitgeist moment where the stock just jumped. It just jumped to this crazy price. And then, of course, Jim Cramer came out and said, hey, it's a meme stock. And, and at the moment, SoundHound didn't have a lot of proof to back up. It had some good quarterlies in 2024 to end the year here. And obviously this last one here to wrap it up. But what we were watching, the fine details of SoundHound, people that were paying attention, SoundHound was grabbing a lot of deals. It was like boom, deal, 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 deal. And, these were very expensive deals that they were getting. And it was like, okay, this is the most the company has ever seen in revenue. And then here's the situation with NVIDIA. They made a huge investment in the beginning of the year of 2024 in a SoundHound. Then they came back and made another investment, what was it, like November, somewhere around there. And then recently, and they even came out and like said this in an interview today, the CEO of SoundHound, NVIDIA sold out of all their position of SoundHound. Why do you think they did that? They did that because they tripled their investment. What do we know? NVIDIA's looking for cash. NVIDIA's making a lot of money, but they're spending a lot of money too. They're about to make that huge, warehouse that's big as Manhattan. I mean, they need capital right now. So this is what NVIDIA does this all the time. They invest in younger AI stocks. Then they take their money and they go. We've seen this time and time again. So that's another reason why I was like, why are people what do you want when you invest in a company? You want that company to make money. A company can be as cool as it can be. It can make robotic cheeseburgers that move around. But if they're not making money, then it's not, you don't need to be in it. Well, with SoundHound, we were seeing money. We were seeing quarterlies increase. And now this is all the proof we need that we are going in the right direction here, where we're talking about a life-changing money for people in the future, a life-changing situation that if you're holding SoundHound here, be ready for a very good year that's going to continue here, because SoundHound just came out last week with like more news, like, hey, we got another in the UK, we got another deal. Friends, I don't want to hype on it too much more. I'll probably make a video breaking down more about what's happened here with SoundHound, but main thing first, this is what I want to say, because the same thing, that shaking feeling, that feeling, you're like, oh my God, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling when you don't listen to the background noise with everyone who's missed out on SoundHound, everyone who listened to the wrong person. And not that I was the right person at all. I mean, like, I was just taking a wild guess. I knew they were going to do well on quarterlies, but I didn't know it was going to be like this. But people that held this, bought it at a good position, and people that are still going to sit here with SoundHound and watch this be a really, really defining company into this AI generation, 100%. So, man, what an exciting time to be an investor. What an exciting time to hold SoundHound. And tomorrow, what do you think is going to happen? I think people will probably load up on SoundHound tomorrow. Now, I don't know what SoundHound's going to go to. It's hard to say with this market, because this market is so, just looking for reasons to fall apart more. Absolutely, 100%. But, the future of SoundHound, this is definitely 100%. I still stand by this statement, the dark horse of 2025. People are going to, I guarantee you're going to start to see bigger YouTubers talk about SoundHound later in the year, where they're going to be like, this SoundHound company's been doing amazing on quarterlies. They really, I think I might, I don't want to say names on here, but there's people that I love and I take advice from. I think you're going to start to see, certain YouTubers go like, I'm going to make a position in SoundHound. What's that going to do? When you're talking about somebody with a channel of 500,000 or 1 million subscribers, what do you think, just even 3% of those people watching at that rate are going to do? They're going to go buy SoundHound. What is that going to do? It's going to raise the price. I know how this stuff works. So, me being a little bitty channel here and talking about SoundHound, it's still opportunity for people right now. So, really, don't take your eyes off SoundHound. Do not take your eyes off SoundHound. This is what you want out of a company, to make money, to make a lot of money. I cannot stress this enough. There's a reason why I'm not looking at the stock share price. This is good. The main thing we want fundamentally with SoundHound right now is that they're making money. 100%. Almost $35 million just in that one quarter. Now listen, $35 million is not a lot of money when we're talking about, certain AI stocks, okay? Like Palantir or something. But for SoundHound, a company that was, what was their last quarter? Their last quarterly was their biggest quarterly up to that part. Their last quarterly was 25 million. This one, almost 35 million. It's huge. You're talking about a company that's going into a situation where they're paying off debt, cash on hand, where they're able to make large investments in other AI companies. This is big. This is real big. For SoundHound to keep these prices at where it's at right now, it just told the market, hey, that meme stock situation, nah. We're doing good. We're doing real good. Friends, congratulations on SoundHound. Excellent win. It's been a rough week, so this is really great for people. I'm really excited for everyone that's stuck with SoundHound here. Okay, so Big Bear is reporting earnings on March 6th. So we got 1 week here, 1 week here in they're going to report earnings. So here's what I want to say about Big Bear. What did Big Bear actually, and it was playing around that, I was trying to find $4. So, kind of what I think what may possibly happen here with Big Bear. If the market more than likely takes damage again tomorrow, I believe the market will probably open up to a little bit of a push from what we've seen, and then it'll start to sell off towards the end of the day. That's been kind of the, chapter after chapter, what we've seen here lately. So with that, I believe that more than likely Big Bear, if we do not see a turnaround in the market, and really we probably won't, to be honest with you, this tariff stuff and what's going on, and tomorrow with inflation reports, good, bad, we could see more damage. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, and this still isn't like a terrible place in the market. I mean, we're still like, compared to like 7-8 months ago, we're still in very high positions here, money wise here, but with the S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, all that. But Big Bear, I do believe, is probably, right around that high $4 range, $4.80, $4.90. I do think Big Bear probably will more than likely see that here more than, maybe Friday, maybe Monday, more than likely, unless something dramatic happens in the market where the market is somewhat saved by good reports of inflation going down tomorrow. I don't know that that's going to happen. So the problem is, inflation, yes, that's key. That is bad. Market does not like high inflation because it goes right into consumer spending. Consumers have no money, losing money, not spending money, not having enough money, goes right into the market, and it's just like something falling down the hill. It's grabbing everything with it. And that's what we're watching with the market right now. So, Big Bear. I do believe that this is a situation where I personally do not believe this is going to last forever, okay? I still believe that this is moment here where people are able to, if you're able to be patient, take X amount of money and say, I'm making positions here. Now, here's what I'll say about Big Bear. Like, compared to Big Bear to SoundHound, here's what I'll say if this kind of makes sense for you. So, SoundHound, like I said, around June, August, somewhere in there, I started buying SoundHound, and SoundHound was like $2-3, okay? But the reason I started buying SoundHound, and no one was buying SoundHound, no one was talking about SoundHound. I remember I made a video about SoundHound and no one watched it. But SoundHound was getting deals. I noticed that SoundHound had their last 2 quarterlies were good. And then SoundHound just kept getting deals throughout the year. Now, Big Bear's a little different here. Big Bear is making, on their quarterlies, they're not hitting quarterlies. They are making lots of money. Their last quarterly was $41 million. Okay, well, that's more than what SoundHound just made. But the expectation of what this company is and what they have, they didn't meet that quota. So here's the thing, is that Big Bear, yes, has just received these 2 deals, their new CEO. What Big Bear sells, for their bread and butter as a company, it's wanted. It's talked about. People like it. A lot of people think it's going to be a big thing here for 2025 when it comes to tech. I believe that. I did feel more comfortable. I will say this, and I love Big Bear. I'm holding huge positions in Big Bear, okay? And I probably will buy more Big Bear if it goes under $5. I did feel more comfortable buying SoundHound when I first started buying, because SoundHound was meeting quarterlies. It was getting a lot more deals. So there was a lot more proof at the moment with SoundHound that things were turning around significantly. I mean, that there was coming a brighter moment. Now, obviously, that was in August of last year, and now we're at this point, so that took some time. that was an investing moment there. That was like, you know, what, 6 months. Okay. Big Bear, my hope right now for Big Bear is that they just get one more nice deal. I'm hoping that they can achieve one more, you know, even just $200 million contract. Okay. They just need $200 million more dollars. Okay. That would be nice. And you know, over X amount of years. Now, I am under the assumption here that they more than likely will find something this year, that something will happen. Now, obviously with these quarterlies, and I've seen a lot of people say this with Big Bear here, is that they think that these next quarterlies are going to be massive with Big Bear. I personally don't. I don't believe that, because a lot hasn't happened to really make Big Bear have huge, you know, for them to have this Q4 to wrap up 2024 to be massive. I believe they'll be good. I believe they made decent money last year, but I don't believe that these are going to be like extreme quarterlies, okay? What I'm wanting to see with Big Bear is Q1, Q2 of 2025 here. So I definitely think we'll see some run up. So I think if you're trying to short Big Bear here into next week, you'll probably do well. You'll make some money. If you're buying in it now at like $5, a little under $5, what we could see tomorrow more than likely, you'll probably be able to short it into next week, make some money, you know, take a moment, come back, buy it again when it trails down. Now, with that comment that I just made, I hope I'm terribly wrong. I want to be wrong. I bring a double-edged sword here with it. I hope Big Bear kills it in quarterlies. I hope they make $45 million. I hope they make $50 million. I hope they make the biggest quarterly they've ever seen. Because obviously, I don't know about all the contracts. I don't know about everything that's going on in the internals of the company. Obviously, you know, look at SoundHound. I knew about a lot of big deals, but my God, I didn't know they had that many deals. So yeah, Big Bear to me is still a wild card of 2025. There's still not enough evidence to where I can just like, you know, say like, I believe that Big Bear is going to be at $20 by the end of the year. And I say that because we haven't sealed up enough yet to make that happen. Honestly, at this point, as long as Big Bear could at least remain at a $5 to $7 position here late into the year, I would be totally happy with that. But I do believe that they will acquire more deals, that something will happen here to really change the revenue of where they're at. And listen, Big Bear is just one big deal away here. So, I mean, it's not going to take much more for them to really get into some bigger positions when it comes to where they start actually hitting quarterlies. But Big Bear is more behind of where SoundHound is, if that makes sense here, with what they're, you know, doing. Because what does big money want to see? Big money wants to see companies executing quarterlies, having, you know, cash to spare, pay off debt. They don't want to see debt. They want to see lots of deals. They want to see things really, really changing for the company. And Big Bear is just in the very genesis stage of that kind of starting to happen. They have a new CEO, brand new. He's been with the company, but now he's at the helm leading it. And I don't think it's by any coincidence that he has a military background, you know, and now they've gotten these 2 defense contracts like that. So I'm suspicious that something more will happen here with Big Bear. And that's, you know, like I said, listen, you know, obviously I have a YouTube channel and I'm on her yapping my mouth. I don't want to get anybody caught in anything to where they lose money. So what I still, even at this moment here with Big Bear, I would tell you just to be careful, okay? I'm bullish on Big Bear, but for Big Bear to, you know, because people are saying Big Bear is going to go to $15, $20 here. Obviously, I want that, but for Big Bear to even make it to that and remain at that price, it's got to start making a lot more money. It's got to start executing quarterlies. It's got to start doing some stuff, and that's what we're looking for here. Or, you know, news could break that, you know, some big tech company invest in a Palantir, something. You know, what happened with SoundHound? So, friends, I'm still very much bullish on this year with Big Bear. To me, it's another dark horse. It's a wild card. I feel a lot more comfortable with SoundHound, obviously, but Big Bear, it's exciting. Listen, I love fear and danger in the market. I love putting money into things that are like, this might work. There's little things there. There's a reason why I don't talk about crappy penny stocks on here. Okay, I'm just not going to do it. Big Bear is a situation where this could turn into something real. Okay, if you don't like Big Bear, go put your money in a new EV startup company. Go put it in Lucid. See how that works out. People at Lucid are freaking out right now. Yeah, they just did what they did, but that's a whole nother story. Friends, yeah, Big Bear. And then we've got Palantir. So Palantir is back to this level. It's at this $84 level today, and this is interesting. This is the place right now where Big Bear really shifted here before these quarterlies came out. So Big Bear is Palantir here is at this $80 position, and I'm curious to see if it's going to hold here. This is really interesting. It's a interesting thing here. So listen, you can go to say like go to like look at like a similar company, maybe something like Oracle. Now look at a yearly chart with Oracle. When Oracle was really making its move in 2023 into 2024, when Oracle finally hit Oracle did this thing. I swear to God, this is gonna blow your mind. So Oracle, which, if you know Oracle and Palantir, Dan Ives really thinks that Palantir is going to have like an Oracle move here, and we've already seen strong signs of that Palantir is going to $1 trillion market cap here in the future. Oracle got to this $80 position, and then it went to $100. It went to $120. Played there for a moment. And now obviously we're in a different market. Things are different here. But then Oracle sold off, and it went back down to 100, 90. But then Oracle was playing around this for a moment. But then Oracle really started to move up into higher numbers, 130, 40, 50, and Oracle finished out 2024 at almost $200, and now Oracle is moving back into a $200 position, and would have hit $200 here if the situation didn't occur in the market. So what I'm trying to say is valleys and mountains in stocks is normal. It's okay. I would not be scared. I would not be shaking in my boots right now with Palantir. So if you're holding Palantir and you're like, I think Palantir is going to go to like $20, man. This guy at work said Palantir is going to $30. Whoa. Let's look at the fundamentals, what we know about Palantir, okay? Palantir is being priced in. Obviously, there's a reason why you're paying so much money for Palantir. Palantir is being priced into what is coming in the future, okay? Because the expectation is so high with everything that's around it, okay? Palantir is in this strong talks of going into $1 trillion market, okay? To where the stock will keep climbing because people want to get in as soon as possible and make positions, strong positions, okay? We already know people are willing to pay for Palantir at $100, $15, $20, almost $30 as of 2 weeks ago. So Palantir is sitting at this $80 position, $70 maybe tomorrow, high 70. You have to think about, what's coming next month, okay? There will be a moment here with this market where this will be just a blimp, where people will go, man, I didn't buy anything when the market crashed. I didn't make a move in anything. And now Palantir's, went back up to $90, $100. There's going to be people saying that, okay? I don't want anybody to say that. So I'm not going to tell you to buy Palantir, but what I will say to you is, for God's sakes, don't sell Palantir at a loss right now. I mean, if you're holding Palantir at like $90, $80, whoa, like it's okay. Calm down. Do not let this market scare you. There's still more that could happen here, obviously, but think about what 5 months from now could look like. Okay, the market's going to come back. The market has proven time and time again, no matter who the president is, with whatever rules, regulations they do, it's going to come back, okay? So look at this. People have to look at this as opportunity. And this was something I really had to do. The longer you're an investor, you have to go like, okay, these days in the market where things are just down and glummy and everyone's crying and freaking out, you have to look at that and go like, I'm going to make my move. I'm going to make my move, okay? This is my moment. This is my moment as an investor. So look at that with a lot of these stocks. Okay, there's so many hot deals out here right now, for we know it's coming. The market really has it's sold off, but we know there's a lot of companies in the next few months, big companies that are going to be reporting their Q1s, quarterlies, and they're going to be big. They're going to be big, okay? Do not think that NVIDIA is going to keep selling off here. Do not think that NVIDIA is going to keep sitting around this, 110, 120, 130. There will be a moment here in this market where things start to aggressively move up again, okay? So don't be naive that the market's going to stay like this the whole year, okay? This is but a blimp of what we're dealing with right now. These are moments where people change the outcome of their future. Friends, I'm going to shut up now. I wish all of you best of luck. Like I said, SoundHound, congratulations. I am so excited about that stock this year. I'm curious to see how it reacts to the market here tomorrow, stock price-wise. The main thing is that with SoundHound, I don't even care about the price right now. Because I'm in it so low. I think a lot of us are probably, but it's the fact that people are going to hear about SoundHound tomorrow. People that have never heard about SoundHound, they're going to go, SoundHound? What's SoundHound? And then there's going to be people that they're reading today about the quarterlies of SoundHound that have been very bearish on SoundHound. They're going to go, okay, I guess I got this one wrong. That's okay. We'll take you in. We got a place for you to stay. Things are changing very much here, okay? So we're seeing a huge shift in this market. It's obvious that this market is shifting into technology with these tech stocks. Chip stocks obviously are still doing a lot here, but this is one reason why the flavor of Palantirs, BigBears, SoundHounds, even robotic companies right now are they're moving aggressively, making good quarterlies, getting a lot of deals. Things are changing a little bit here with the shifting in this, maybe not even this year, but so much like the next few years with technology, with tech stocks. So, friends, I'm done. I'll shut up. Take care. Bye, everyone.